Amazing to be at Chelsea Press Day. Feels like real behind the scenes access to the open show. Another amazing opportunity and another pinch yourself moment. We've done some incredible networking. We've met some amazing designers, caught up with people from the past, opened opportunities for the future. We've already got a pretty exciting opportunity lined up for next year, and we're going to see if we can keep adding to that. So thank you again, Mark. Thanks for getting us in here. Thanks for letting us be part of all of this. Yeah, inspiring.
Like all these gardens, it's been a journey.
I'm blown away. I can't stop looking at it.
Really, really proud. It's a real time for me, this, because all of a sudden it goes from this manic construction site to just this kind of, just all this stuff going on. And it's a little surreal.
And then I'm finding it quite overwhelming, and I'm not even involved.
Yeah, and you see people off the telly and thinking, is this kind of real? And it's just very, very strange. You've got a new designer to Chelsea. You've got a pretty new crew to Chelsea. My job, I suppose, was to kind of make sure the wheels don't fall off. The quality's there. Like all these gardens, it's been a journey. It's moments of trepidation, but fundamentally we got it across the line, and it's not just getting it across the line, it's getting it across the line with some panache and some quality. It's a 10 by 10, but it looks a lot wider, so it's a clever piece of design. Our business is making gardens for real people, so I actually think this is a very saleable job. Killick, a fantastic sponsor, they've already signed us up. Even before the medals came out, they said to Baz, we like you, Baz, we really like the journey so far. We want to sign you up next year. So a young designer, he's already got a sponsor. He can then develop the ideas. And he said, I want the same crew, I want the same planting crew, I want the same foreman. So at this moment in time, it's a success. Because nobody's fallen out, nobody's got hurt. We've delivered it on time, we've finished it on time. And this team will go on, will be a lot stronger next year. What these shows do for us is we build teams, we build can-do attitude. It's very, very fast. Some of our jobs on our real clients take weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks to deliver. This is instant gratification. And it's fantastic, it's an adrenaline buzz. Yeah, there'll be things that we need to wash up on this and see how can we have done it better. There was things that we've built here that actually needed a bit more time to work out. So for instance, the steelwork. The steelwork came to our yard in two massive big L-shaped sections. Completely. The detailing on the rill hadn't really been thought through. The waterproofing hadn't been really thought through. We built these hemp block columns to make it sustainable, but reality, it should have had steel core posts onto, and then we should have clad them round. Could we have clad those round before Chelsea? It's always a massive relief to get any garden I built at Chelsea finished. And you're chasing, and all of a sudden, you put a suit on and bang, then you've got royals and celebrities and A-listers. It's a bit surreal. It's a little bit surreal. But what I'm looking at is an accomplished, well-executed garden that the public are loving. But I'm, really, really proud. Really proud of it.
Cool, should we have wander through and sit? We all right to sit down?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Nice. God, how does that feel?
It's good. It's good.
How's it been? How many days? What are we on?
Day 18, is it? 18, 19?
It's not even that long.
No, it's not really, but it feels like it.
Pretty glorious way to open the garden up to the press and the wider world, though. I mean, this weather's incredible.
We've been really lucky. I mean, we had that the first day, and then I'm trying to think actually if we had. I mean, I think we had just had a couple of showers.
There were a few showers, nothing
major.
too much. And these last few days of a good punch of sunshine, brought things into flower and perked things up a little bit. I mean, the trees as well are actually all looking pretty happy considering
They did have a lot of water yesterday.
And the water feature's running.
Finally, we had an issue this morning with the pump. Well, we turned it on I think it was about Wednesday, maybe even Tuesday.
Yeah.
No problems at all. We had one day where the flow reduced down.
Sure.
But didn't stop. And then Georgie went round, did something, and it was absolutely fine within about 2 minutes. But this morning I walked in and the water chute was completely dry.
Yeah.
I've spent 2 hours round the back in the mud in my nice kind of press day outfit, thinking, what am I doing?
Oh, no.
But no, it's all sorted. I think
Good.
it's just airlocked. But it's running again
Well,
now.
fingers crossed it's all running well. But yeah, how are you feeling?
Well, actually, yesterday I had a bit of a chance yesterday afternoon just to sit.
Soak it in.
And I was being stared at by the salad that Alan had made in the morning for judging, which was mozzarella, tomato, basil, asparagus, and figs. And I just kept looking at it going, I just need to eat it. It'd be like the healthiest thing I've eaten in weeks. So I did. In the end.
Good.
I thought it was going away. Well, I didn't eat all of it. I ate some of it.
And assessment and judging, how do you think it went?
So assessment, we weren't quite finished, but that's fine. We told them. We said, we want to, because it rained. We had a shower on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So we couldn't finish the floor. So I sort of said to them, look, we've got the floor to finish. One of the chairs didn't turn up. And so we couldn't dress the table either.
Sure.
But the table was there, one chair and table here.
But they like that though, don't they? They like seeing a bit of progression between assessment and judging.
Yeah, absolutely. So me and Georgie, bless Georgie, he spent the rest of Saturday on the floor.
Yeah.
And I spent the rest of Saturday on the steel, just cleaning off all the last bits of lime. And there was a handprint up there, which I think I got rid of. Yes, I did. I had a little wire toothbrush and I was just going around all the top.
Yeah.
I actually cleaned off some of the walls as well.
Oh, good.
And the guys were sort of brushing off all the plants, get them all nice and dust free. And then of course Georgie came in with a blower and blew kiln dried sand everywhere. So
there were some fairly significant, fairly major last minute moments where things would change and things weren't quite working, and to pull it together to what it is now it's amazing. It's incredible. It feels like a very calm space, actually.
Yeah, which and that's what we set out to do. The whole sort of brief was about calming and sort of stress relieving, and the difference between how you imagine things to then when you've actually done it. I mean, yes, all the hard landscaping is how I imagined it. So that's all functioning. Yeah. But actually, the trees and the scale of them and the placement of them, and then the planting actually, it's so much better. Yeah. It's so much better, and you sort of, you don't.
And considering that the plants were actually quite a big stress quite late on.
Yeah.
That's amazing to hear that.
No, for sure. The garden, they always come to life in the last couple of days. They just do, because you're getting the plants in there. But we went through the brief, and I think we've nailed the translation of the brief. Yeah. And I think we've nailed atmosphere. Yeah.
Completely agree.
And so I don't know. It's just what else they've picked up on,
Well, wait and see. Judging tomorrow morning. Well, awards are tomorrow morning.
Awards tomorrow morning. Yeah. So no predictions.
Well, we'll see how it goes. And then your obligations as a designer now that the show's opened, and what are you? What's expected, and what's your diary like?
Working with the sponsors now all week. So I will be. They have lots of guests. So they're doing everything. So they're doing the breakfast. They're doing the late night, they're doing the lunches, they're doing they are doing everything, which is fine, and we knew that from the start. So I will be mainly showing sponsors, guests around the garden, in between the BBC filming, because we've just been told again they're doing another thing this afternoon. So we've got three film crews in here today.
Fantastic. And then there's us with our little old camera. Four crews. Prue Leith is coming this afternoon for afternoon tea. We've got Toby Buckland doing a piece, I don't know what it's about. And then they've just come run over and said Francis Tophill's doing a bit about the planting. And then on Wednesday we've got Mary Berry cooking on the garden. So she's going to be doing something on the table. And they're going to use these chairs for live anchor spots, so it's really good. One of the considerations of when you put the design down actually is where they're going to film it from. And it sounds a little bit like presumptuous, but actually that was always in my mind with this one, and I knew these two big open spaces here would work really well, and that's exactly what. Especially as they provide this sort of dappled shade as well. It's lovely, providing the weather stays like this for show week, which hopefully it will.
Yeah, in show week, what's nice actually is if you do have a spare minute, you can just go and find the really nice little spots that are inspiring, or you kind of go, actually, something like that would work really well in the. So there's always things you can take away, I'm looking forward to doing that, because I haven't really looked at many of the other gardens. Obviously the Lamphorn ones, you've been in and out of them because we've been doing it all week, but I haven't actually stood back and had a chance to take them in, so I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you again. We'll enjoy everything that comes at you this week. It's going to be good. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
For the last time.
Really sharp.
For the last time, yeah.
For the last time. Sad.
Is that alcoholic?
I don't know.
So it's gin. 8%.
Pretty much. It's nearly time to do it, isn't it?
12 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, I'm delighted how it's turned out, actually. Really, really chuffed.
Are you going to be here for the medals?
Yeah.
Make sure we're here nice and early?
I won't be here that early.
And how do they sort of tick along?
They tick
the avenue
along.
one at a time?
They tick along. So basically, back in the day, they would just drive around on a bike and throw the medal on the ground, bang, bang. Seriously. And you'd walk up and you think, does that look silver? Because silver gilt.
Silver and gold, well, they look similar.
Silver gilt is just bigger.
Yeah.
It's bigger, and you say, oh, damn. But then you kind of pick it up and then you have your own thoughts. But then Channel 4 got the media coverage, and then Channel 4 started being a bit creative, and then the BBC followed that. So now you get these cameras in your face.
Yeah.
So they'll come up to you and say, just give them the medal. And say, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah. And then the camera's right there, and then they're just wanting that jeopardy. Yeah. And actually, last year I said you can't do that anymore. I think I've been told that they're just going to present the medals and that's it. But I think we've got a solid medal here, whether it's a gold. It's dare to dream, and there's, in places. But I think I think what he's done is create a beautiful space, a really workable, believable garden. He'll gain a lot of confidence from this, and the team. He was happy with the team, and happy with the supply chain. So we'll just build on that. We pulled it together by all green, twisting all greens out to literally give us a lot of materials. All green are working down in the glasshouse project with us. Yeah. And then Bon & Bonheur with the trees. This is the kind of garden I want to build. Yeah. This to me is a believable space.
Absolutely.
It's not conceptual.
You captured. I caught a little glimpse of it. So we had a bit of a sat down with Baz earlier, and just literally sitting in those chairs in that sort of dappled shade. Suddenly, all of this noise just went quiet.
But this is the kind of garden that Lamphorn. There's no point in building something so wacky that nobody ever wants. Yeah. So people can look and say, "That's what I want. That is what I want." Yeah. Fundamentally, I think the team. They've done a really good job. So,
well, just look at it and look at the reaction it's getting. It's fantastic.
This garden's a real winner for me. It reminds me a lot of the English countryside. A lot of those kind of muted tones. I really like the water feature. It's very calming. I think the whole point of this garden, I've been reading about it, is to induce a sense of calm.
It's calming, it's serene, it's comfortable.
I think it's really peaceful, and the name is brilliant. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's very apt.
We were having a look at it and we were saying that actually it's a garden that you could do at home. It's a very achievable garden.
And I don't know if I could achieve it, but I'd like to think I could.
We love all the textures, they're fantastic.
A lot of the planting I actually wanted to touch. I wanted to feel it.
I particularly like this tree here. I think it's a silver birch.
And the beautiful tree up there that just moves in the breeze.
And it's got a lot of gaps in it, so it can kind of let through a bit of sunlight when there is sun in this country. So yeah.
We love the natural stone and the wood that's used.
A really good example of beautiful planting.
It's just lovely.
It draws you in, doesn't it? Definitely draws you in to to the centre, and love the mixture of the trees. I think they're beautiful as well.
The contractors done unbelievably well to get this all here. I think this particular garden's a big fan favourite. It's been crowded all day. So yeah, well done to them.
So when we first started talking about the garden and the concepts behind it, Killick were really keen to create a family garden, a space that the family could actually be in, an environment that was sort of would encourage conversation about financial planning, financial security for the whole family, intergenerational family planning, and so it needed to be calm, relaxed and sanctuary, sort of enclosing and safe. Ultimately we ended up with different zones, so we had a space for the whole family, a space for alone time and a space for one-to-one. So the first area is a family dining area. We've got 8 seats there, a big table, and that's really to have family conversation. One of the most important things when we first started looking at the garden with the trees had to be big and mature to create this sort of canopy across the top of the garden. So we've actually ended up with the tallest tree, which is this beautiful silver birch, which is it's about 9.5 metres. What it does is create shade for the family area, really nice dappled shade. So it's noticeably cooler in there, which is what was the idea, but it's dappled shade, which is nice. So for the full sun, we decided to go with plants that, again, really recognisable plants. So we've got things like Achillea, which grows everywhere, Cercium, we've got Agastache, we've got Salvia, Geum, but we've sort of mixed them up in a way that's a little bit different. It's based on colour. Yellows and purples were what we swayed to because the science proves that 10 minutes in a yellow room, for example, will de-stress you by over 50%. Running around the top of that, we have this steel H-beam which carries water around and then drops down a chute into the well. The water really sort of representing money and wealth. The idea was that it would flow around all areas of the garden, to kind of connecting it all together. The garden is going to be repurposed at the end. Parts of it are going back to Landform for the Glasshouse project, and then some of it's going to a school, and then Killick are going to take some of the plants for their Killick houses. So every part of the garden will be reused. First Chelsea garden complete. It's been epic. I'm over the moon. It's more than I could ever imagine. It's gone. You know, you have your problems along the way, but I'm blown away. I can't stop looking at it. We got a silver gilt medal, which is just below a gold. I'm happy that we didn't get any lower than that, but it was, no, I'm pleased. I'm really pleased. I am happy that we got it, and I'm happy for all the guys actually, because it's a great garden, and the feedback from everybody has just been crazy. So, and I think it's because it's really relatable. You know, it's a garden, it's an actual garden, and I think people just get it straight away. So, but yeah, it's been good. Really good response. A really good week. We've had some amazing people on the garden. We've had amazing reaction from everybody. You know, even a lot of the other well-known designers, been on and been very, very complimentary. So yeah, it's all good.
It's been incredible to follow, and actually feeling very proud of the team that have built it. It feels a little bit surreal, despite not having a direct involvement in the construction of it itself. But watching it suddenly come to life, and how popular the garden's been, and how people have been just all over it, full of celebrities, full of the BBC. Yeah, real kudos and a big pat on the back to Baz, Georgie and the rest of the Landform team. So if you've watched this far, thank you so much. Thank you to Mark, thank you to Landform. What a fantastic opportunity it's been to try and show the real world what it actually takes to build a garden at Chelsea Flower Show. Just to reiterate why we're doing all of this, we're trying to close the gap in the media coverage of our industry. We don't feel it's very well represented, and Chelsea Flower Show, being the pinnacle of what we can do as landscape contractors and designers, is a fantastic place to do so. Thank you to Baz, thank you to Georgie, thank you to all of the team for letting us poke a camera in their faces and being so tolerant. If you've liked what you've seen, we release a weekly vlog every Sunday showing what it really takes to grow and run a landscaping business in the UK. So make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you next week.